Hi, my name is Lisa. Welcome to Good Knots Macrame. In this video, we're going to make this gorgeous floating beads plant hanger. It's my take on a mass-produced plant hanger I bought a few years back on Amazon. It looks complicated, but it uses very basic knots and 1-inch wooden beads you can find easily on Amazon or Etsy. My favorite thing about this already stunning plant hanger are these extra floating beads that are just hanging there, almost as if suspended in midair. You can find a complete list of the supplies needed in the description box below. This plant hanger is approximately 35 inches, not including the tassel at the bottom. I am using a 2-inch wooden ring. To start, put the 8 14-foot cords through the ring at the halfway point. Then, nestle the 50-inch floating beads cord about in the middle of the rest of the cords. Now we'll do a wrapping knot with a 3-foot cord. I ended up with about 1.5 inch wrap. If you need more information on how to make a wrapping knot, I included a video link in the description box below. A quick tip, usually I knot the ends of my cords so they don't unravel while I'm working on them. That's what I did for this project at first, but when it comes time to string the beads, knots do not want to go through those. I tied knots at first because that's just my habit, but when I realized my mistake, I cut the knots off and used tape on the ends. It makes the ends look and act like the ends of shoelaces, and it works wonderfully for threading beads. I like to tighten each cord so that it looks nice on the ring. It's kind of satisfying, actually. Snip the ends of the extra wrapping knot cord and tuck them in. Make sure to move those floating beads cords aside so you don't accidentally use them in the spiral knots. And here are the spiral knots. We'll be making a set of 4. Find 4 cords that go together reasonably evenly. I'm making a 6.5-inch spiral knot. I didn't count the exact number of knots. I've added a video link in the description box below if you want more detailed instructions on creating a spiral knot. 6.5 inches looks about right. Now it's time to make the second spiral knot. Gotta make sure that floating beads cord is out of the way. I'm trying to find 4 cords that go together well. I found the 4 cords that I like. Now I'm doing a little adjusting to make sure everything is straight and even. Through the magic of video time travel, I finished all 4 spiral knots. Each are about 6.5 inches long. Time to work on this part. It's 7 inches from the bottom of the spiral knot to the bead. Then we'll be threading our first beads, not the floating beads, those we'll add last. First, leave 7 inches of cord. Now I'm going to add the first bead. In order to hold the bead, I need to make a square knot above and below it. Let's make sure the top of the square knot is 7 inches from the bottom of the spiral knot. Looks good. After making the first square knot, use the 2 middle cords to thread the bead and pull it up to the knot. Remember, taped ends work best. Then make a square knot underneath the bead to secure it. Time to add the second bead. You won't need to make a top square knot since the one at the bottom of the first bead will do the job. Secure with a square knot underneath, and we'll do this again 3 more times under the remaining spiral knots. It's good to measure each time, but I also like to compare how it lines up with the previous set to make sure it looks right. There you have it. Here's what we have so far. Now it's time to work on this section. These are made using a simple vertical row of 10 square knots per section. So the handy part is you already have the first square knot made, since it's the one holding the bead in place. Just make 9 more. Counting 10 knots. Do that 3 more times for a total of 4 square knot sennits. Take a look at how I've connected each section. The 4 cords under each sennit have been split into 2 on each side and connected to its neighbor using a square knot and then a bead with another square knot to secure it. There's the blurry square knot. About 4 inches from the bottom of the square knot sennit. Thread the bead up along the 2 middle cords and secure with a second square knot. By the way, make sure that nothing is twisted. Everything should be facing the direction you want before you connect it all together. It's sad to have to undo a bunch of knots when something's wrong. Definitely a great time to practice a little macrame zen. Be mindful. After you've connected the sennits with the square knot and bead combination, continue making square knots just like last time. This time I'm measuring about 5 inches long for each sennit. I'm not giving an exact number in case you want to add a few more knots for a bigger pot. By the way, the pot I'm using is about 5 inches tall and 6.5 inches around the top. About 5 inches. Let's do it again. All connected. Time to make the tassel. I'm going to connect these using a wrapping knot. Make sure everything is nice and straight, nothing twisted. I'm usually pretty good at making wrapping knots, but it's harder for me to do it around a camera setup. Another round of tightening up cords, just a smidge. Snip and tuck the ends of the wrapping knot and then cut the tassel to the length you prefer. Time for the grand finale, the floating beads. Cut them to your preferred length. Make sure to make the cord a few centimeters longer than you want so you can tie a knot to secure it and cut off the excess. I just use a regular knot to secure it. If you want to use a slicker brush to fluff out the ends of the tassel, that would be really cute too. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this and are looking forward to more content, I would love it if you would like and subscribe. Until next time.